What's up, traders? Welcome to another stream. This is Dave FX Hunter, and we have 27th September 2022. So we are now looking to the pound, and I will tell you why today. The stream will be focused on the analyzing market from the scratch. Well, the reason is because the pound has dropped to the multi-years low, right? So we can see pound is here around the 1.0.77, but it was around the 1.0.3. And I need to see here on the left side where it actually was. And the chart which I was using from the Oanda doesn't have such history, right? So I decided to remove this chart, and I will be using this one, which is a FXCM. And right now we are looking to the monthly chart, and we can see where did it go, right? So it basically went down here to take down the liquidity below this level, right? So why the liquidity? Because most likely some traders who has been trading here was expecting that the price will probably not go below here, and you can see anything can happen in the forex market, especially in these very volatile times, right? So yeah, so price is here, and that's why I decided to do the same on the euro, because if we look to the euro from the on down, my history is ending down here, right? So if we check FXCM, we can see much more what is going on in here, and it gives us a complete different picture, because if you're looking like this, we probably think, oh, this is my baby, maybe the lowest price or whatever. But if you look at it this way, we can see that the euro was on the lower prices before, so anything is possible. And by the way, so let me remove this one, which we will don't use. By the way, if we are looking to the pound and we are looking to this level which was taken out, you can see it's a level from the 1985. And now, just for the comparison, let's go to the euro, and we can see what actually happened in here. Let me delete this, and I will tell you complete the story from the beginning. So what we can see here, we can see the buy side liquidity has been taken out, right? Then price is ranging, then we got a break of the structure. After this break of the structure, here was the monthly level. I remember this, I was already trading supply demand, so we can see the price has reacted in here, and then it's going down. So where it's probably going down right now to hunt another liquidity, and where is another liquidity on the monthly is here. So it can drop even much lower. It will probably, of course, not going to be such a, like a straight drop. Even it can happen, but I think we will reach this level, right? And just for the comparison with the pound, here is the year 1985, right? So if the euro drops same to the same level of the year, it would be here, right? That is crazy. But remember, we are in the time where we got the war running, we have this energy crisis, anything. Now it looks like Russians has a problem in the Nord Stream pipeline number two, and they actually announced yesterday, last night, that they have the problem with the pipeline number one. That can be a big problem for the Europe, so the price can drop much lower. And here is a dollar index, and we can see same things. So I was looking at this bigger picture, because I was really curious what's going on. So we can see a sell side liquidity taken outright, price ranging, then taking out the previous high, which has made this out. So we got the break of the structure, some ranging, then break, and where the price will most likely go, well, most likely into the another liquidity zone. So it's here. And again, does it mean it will go straight up like this? Maybe not. Maybe it can make, some correction, and then going up like this. Anything can happen, right? And just for the comparison with the pound, here is a 1985 level on the dollar index. So that would be about obviously crazy if this happened with the dollar. That I don't know. That would be really crazy. But I think that this is a achievable level, because that is not too much far from here. You can see that's 700 700 pips. That's obviously almost nothing, right? Because as we can see, this month's candle has made 700 pips, like, so it can be such a same candle like we had this month. So basically, on this big picture view, we should be trading only long on the dollars and only short on the euro. With the pound, we are actually here on these lows, and now it will be a bit more complicated what will be going on, because the central Bank of England already announced that they will be rising interest rates much more to support the price. So, but they said that, and if you look to the lower time frame, you know something already is happening. So but if the dollar will be keep strengthening, I don't think that the pound will simply overcome the dollar. So very difficult decision, like with the long term trades on the pound for me. What I would be focusing is, as always, my intraday trades, but it's good to know the big picture, right? So let's start with the dollar index, and let's go to lower time frame, right? So we go to the 30 minutes, and we will be doing our things, right? So what we start with, as usually, as a previous week high. So we got previous week's high here, and I will use my template previous week's high, right? Then we want to know previous week's low, even if it's quite far. So it's here. We got the day. So we got the Monday. Previous Monday is a previous week's low. Of course, it doesn't has to be a Monday, but as you can see, markets opened and it has moved up. So this is a previous week's low. Then we are going to see previous week's days highs, which is here. So it was yesterday's previous days high. And we want to see previous days low as well. So let me just highlight this previous days high. And we want to see a previous days low. Previous days low. So now I want to highlight as well some interesting liquidity levels. So where is most likely a liquidity? It would be a levels where we got some equal lows, equal highs, or some relative equal lows and equal highs, where probably could someone be placing their stop losses. But as well, I want to see a inducement. What is inducement? Inducement, in my opinion, is a something which force or give a opportunity to by using the retail logic. Hello, Mash. Yes, I will look to Aussie later. Yeah. So something which will give a opportunity or some reason to enter and put stop losses somewhere, right? So what I think has happened in here, if we can see, as the price has opened, was ranging, and then it broke up and has made this breakout. Maybe the traders has entered here. Maybe some tried to enter this above this trend line, right? So what I think that most likely that we got the two reasons, then maybe we're gonna have some, you know little slight, this one slight push up from here. Then I think that the traders will put stop losses below this level. I think it's high probability, because the dollar is going up, so they are correct. And here I think is going to be a liquidity, because it's a below the previous day's low. There is a relative equal lows. So in my opinion, this is a liquidity in here. So that's the level where I think the price can drop as well. For the better orientation where we are right now, I would like to as well see where is a previous month high. So if we look where it's a start, where this month is ending, which is actually here, right? So we're gonna see that here is a 1st September, here is 31, and the highest level is this one for the previous month, right? So I'm going to highlight as well this previous month high. So this is going to be my previous month high. Previous month high. Where is that? All right, here. Okay, I can make it a little bit longer so we can see it better. Let's go to the 20 minutes. Now, I definitely want to see where is as well the weekly open, because I want to see how the how this week candle is forming. So weekly open is going to be yesterday in here, right? So it was Monday is opening here. So this is, in my opinion, weekly open price. So what we can see is that basically the price, as once the market has opened, moved a little bit higher, then lower, then higher, and now it's inside here, right? So how probably looks the weekly candle? It will be something like this, and this is a wick, right? So we got this small wick up, and then we got this, right? And of course there's gonna be wick down here as well, right? So this is how probably looks the weekly candle now. So we got some small wick here, and we got some small wick down here, right? So by knowing this, I know how most likely the price action is developing. Let's go to the weekly. Right, it's not showing me correctly because these weekly candles are using the time, which is a time of the midnight of the not the New York, which I'm using, but of the classical broker times, which is most likely using a GMT plus 2. Anyway, we know it, and this is how looks our candle, and we will be looking what's gonna be forming in here, right? So this is what I got here, and as well, what I want to see is some significant order blocks, gaps, and similar levels, right? So what is a significant level for me in here? So right now we are looking to the 4 hours time frame. I wanna highlight as well this liquidity in here, right? This is definitely a liquidity level. These two relative equal lows, right? That's a liquidity level. Then what I want to see is here we had this breakout with this sharp move up, right? So from these 3, 4, 5 consecutive candles, it's going to be our demand zone, or the order block, if you will. So next we got a breakout, right? We broke through the structure, so the power was most likely accumulated in here. Then what I like to highlight is this gap, fair value gap. Yes, and that would be the most important levels for me. Now, with thinking where the target could go, let's go to the monthly. And here is what we have, right? So we basically have reached the monthly supply zone, right? So as you can see, all these candles in here, it's a supply zone. So this is a monthly supply zone. If we go weekly, we will be looking where is the weekly, and the weekly is going to be those latest candles moving higher, right? So weekly is going to be here, right? And then we will be looking for the daily nested in this weekly, and it would be our potential target. So of course price will react first on this monthly. There will always be reaction, but let me go lower to the daily. And on the daily, we have this, and I will now use this line. I will now use this line. So we have this one, two, three, four, these four candles, these four latest candles. So here is a strongest level where we potentially could see our target, right? So it's in the monthly, it's daily level in the monthly, weekly uh, supply zone or the order blocks, right? So let's go to 4 hours time frame. And obviously, as we highlighted before, above all of this, there is this possible uh, liquidity above this, right? So let me as well bring this here. So we got it like this. Right. All right. So I think I will leave it like this because I want to see how we are entering into these zones, right? So right now, as well, we are of course getting a pullback, and this, I believe, would be a um, demand zone or the liquidity as well. Depends. Now we have to look left, and as it is quite all quite far, we always need to see if after this accumulation was something taken out, right? So was it? Yeah, here is some high. So this would be as well a order block. And as well, we actually have order blocks in here on the daily. All right, so let's go to the 20 minutes now, which would be my time frame for the more accurate entries. Okay, now I'm just going to clean it a little bit to make it all tight as I like it. This is a gap on the bigger time frame. Here is a order block or a demand zone, if you will. All right, so this is what I'm looking for now, and what what I should be, of course, doing. I'm targeting this level, right? So in the long term, I believe that the price is now hitting this monthly demand zone, supply zone. Sorry, then we have this weekly, and then we could go into this daily. So there is still room to go higher, and then even higher into this our liquidity, which is up here, which is looking right now as a unbelievable, but most likely it can happen, right? So that's what I got on the dollar index, and where I would be entering. I would be entering on the levels like a previous day's low. If the liquidity is taken out, I would like to be looking on the gap, on this gap, or on this order block, right? Now let's go to the euro. So let's go to the monthly, and as we said, we might could see a price dropping all the way down here. But first, before it drops into this liquidity, we need to highlight this level, right? Because it's of course a demand zone, and I will use it just with this slight one. Then I go to the weekly, and I will highlight. Uh, just the last 3 weeks, consecutive last 3 weeks would be this one, and then I go daily, and it would be here, this one, right? So this is our potential target, and then obviously all these free liquidity levels, right? So we most likely going down here and we will be looking mostly for the shorts. So we know where is our long-term target, right? So let's go to the 20 minutes. And again, still same process, right? I don't know why it's not highlighting these days on this one, because I just put this new FXCM data. Don't know why they're not showing it. All right. So anyway, I will have to think about it this way. So of course, previous week's low is here. That's without a doubt. That's just the previous week's low. Then we got a previous week's high, which is going to be, as this is a Friday, so then we have Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, right? So previous week's high actually was created exactly on the Monday, right? So we got previous week's high in here. Then I want to highlight, of course, previous day's highs and previous day's lows. So we got a previous day's high and we got a previous day's low, which is this one, right? So that's the levels where it's great to trade. So template previous day's low. Then I want to see a weekly open, which is here. Here is a weekly open candle. Sorry, weekly open candle, weekly open price. Right. And what do we get actually this line in here? Ah, because we are on the GBP. Oh, yeah. I thought that we are on the euro. Sorry for that. Doesn't matter. We're going to make a GBP. In the end, if we are not looking into some data, it really actually doesn't matter what we are analyzing. It's still a chart, right? So right now we are going to look for some liquidity zone. So we can see these two highs, these two relative equal highs. That is a buy side liquidity, right? So we got it here. And this is going to be actually the previous day high. I'm sorry. Yeah. Now I want to highlight. Now we got this 1985 liquidity taken out, right? So then what we got here? Then we got a some. Then we want to see some higher time frames, significant levels. So it's definitely going to be this order block or supply zone for me. It's definitely going to be. I always like when we got a created gap and one is tested and then the second one, right? So definitely it's going to be this gap as well, right? And I think these levels can be reached. So right now, if even as the price looks very bearish, I think these levels can be reached. Right, so this is actually what I need to know on the pound, and it's everything for me what I would like to know. So as well as we can see here, we got a break of the structure. So the this is a order block, as that was break of the structure. All right, so then we want to see some more liquidity. Is looks like it's going to be here because we have this relative equal highs in here. Boom. Yeah. Yes, so this is, in my opinion, it. This is what I actually need right now. So Currently, even the pound, and I'm bullish on the dollar. I think that we could see this liquidity level to be reached, right? So I would be even looking for the long if we get the price here, right? I would test it, right? Of course, it doesn't mean that it will work. That's always the problem with the trading. You put the money into the risk, right? Then, of course, we could try a short on the 1 minute here, and even better, it would be if the price reaches these levels, right? This gap or this order block. That would be where I would like to trade. All right, so right now let's go to the euro, and on the euro we think that we are going even lower. It looks crazy, but we think that it can happen. So anyway, we start with the previous week's low. It's here, right? Previous week's low. Then we need to find previous week's high, and I don't understand why it doesn't showing. I got this on the. Oh, I actually have to go lower time frame. Okay. So that's my settings in the indicators. So then I want to see the previous week's high, which is actually this previous week. Monday is here. Previous week's high. Then I want to see previous day's low. And I want to see previous day's high. Then I'm going to highlight a liquidity levels, which would be some, again, relative equal highs, relative equal lows. So this looks quite relative equal, but it's a previous day's high. So I will just make a just line like this. All right, then I'm going to as well. I would like to see previous month low, which is quite high. What is this one? All right, so I have made it too far. Let me fix it. Here is a previous month low, right? Then on the high time frame, like 3 hours, 4 hours, I am looking for a levels, which would be this gap. Most likely will be filled, or we would have a this order block here. That's the most the closest levels. There's of course many levels above, but for me it's not important right now. So right now I can go to the lower time frame and I can even make it more accurate to adjust it for the lower time frames, right? So we got it here, and then we got it this one here. I want to have it like all this, like all whole zone. All right, so this is a euro for me. And as well, weekly open candle, right? Candle, sorry, price is here. So, and that's it. That's right now like the roadmap, or we can call it like this. a roadmap for the euro, and right now I know where most likely are some high probability levels where I could be entering to the markets, because the liquidity will be taken out or violated, right? So we could be looking the previous day's low, but most likely if the previous day's low is so close to the previous week's low, if the price start to drops down here, I think that we will most likely see previous week's low, right? In the previous day's high, as we are bearish, that would be nice to look for the shorts in here, right? In this level after this liquidity taken out, right? So what could have as well happen if you look at it like this, we have some trend line which would be broken, and then the traders will be entering in here because we have the broken trend line, and this broken as well, so they would start to might think it's bullish. Then we will see the drop for the retest of the trend line, then most likely there's this. So yeah, this is how I highlight my levels. This is what I repeat every day, update it every day, and how I follow for my intraday trades. So I hope this video was not too boring for today. I'm sorry I had to do this, but um, hope it helps anyone. Okay, my friends. So only one question today. So if I can help with the Aussie, well, with the Aussie, we can apply the same thing, right? So we can look to the monthly where we are right now. On the monthly, we can see that the price has touched this liquidity in here. Like this, it touched this liquidity, and if I remember well, it has reacted on this demand zone in here, right? So we got the reaction in here. Then the price is leaving these quite relative equal highs in here, so I believe there will be liquidity on the tops in here, and right now we are mostly reacting on this order blocks. If we go to the weekly, I believe there is going to be some level, right? So we got it in here. This down candle would be a order block level, right? So we got reaction in here. Well, does it mean that the price will right now go up, all the way up? If the dollar could be still strong, who knows? But in my opinion, if we go lower time frame, what we could see is a retest of the latest level where the price has been accumulated before, so we had some proper breakdown, right? So that would be, in my opinion, this level. But if we go lower time frame, we can make it even more accurate, which would be probably something like this level, right? So again, what we want to see is, let me bring it this way. So we have a previous week's low. Then you got, sorry, here is actually the previous week's low. This was yesterday. So yes, this is perfect. So we got previous week's low, which was taken out yesterday. And now the price is moving higher. So there was a liquidity loaded. Now what's the problem is mostly when the previous week's low is taken out, then is of course the previous day's low, which was the yesterday's low. So if this level is taken out, then I would be looking for the long for sure. Right now, maybe it's too early. But I think that if that's happened, then we have a chance that the price will come into this zone, right? So something like this would be perfect for me if this happened, right? If it forms like this. It of course can happen like this, but in my opinion, it's a lower chance, right? So I'm not trading Aussie too much, so this is only thing what I see. And please don't take it as a investment advice, my friend. All right, my friend. So this is it for today. It was a bit longer, maybe a bit boring for anyone, but I needed to do this with my charts as well. so you see what I'm doing and how I work every day. All right, bye bye.